Hi there and welcome to Sporting Bet's Road to Cheltenham, our weekly look ahead to the magical event that is the Cheltenham Festival. Every week we'll be looking back at the previous weekend's racing and seeing how it's affected the betting from the Cheltenham Festival. With me today to look at such things is Gold Cup and Champion Chase winning jockey Mick Fitzgerald. How are you doing, Mick?
I'm good, Chris, thank you.
And our new recruit, our new head of media and betting industry veteran, Ross Wiseman. How are you doing, Ross?
Excellent, thanks, Chris. Looking forward to this every week, getting the views of Mick and hopefully giving the viewers some market movers and pointers for the festival. So it's exciting stuff.
Good stuff, indeed. Ascot on Saturday, of course, a masterminded was in action, the 2008-2009 Champion Chase winner in the big race. He won the race, of course, but he was 4-7. He didn't quite win like a 4-7 shot, did he, Mick? What do you think of masterminded on Saturday?
He won, and I think that's the one thing we've got to not lose sight of, the fact that the horse got the job done. Many people worried about the form of the Paul Nicholls team, and that has to be taken into account. He was £16 clear on ratings, and I think you'd have to say he's performed to a little bit less than that rating on Saturday, but he beat a very good horse, a progressive type in Summersby. He was only beaten 3 parts of a length by Sizing Europe in last year's Arkle, so he's got top class form. Let's not forget it, he's a young improver. AP McCoy came back in straight away after the race. He held his hands up and he said, look, it was a bad ride from me. Everybody's thinking, well, really, was it that bad a ride? But James Willoughby backs that up in today's Racing Post. He said the Times say that he went too soon in a race where the fractions were quick, and that's the one thing you've got to take into account. AP McCoy doesn't need to slag himself off, and I think you've got to take that into account. He had a look round 2 out, and I know from a jockey's point of view it was an anxious look. He was hoping there was nothing there because he knew he'd gone too soon on this horse. But Summersby loomed up there. He's a strong finisher in his races, but many people backed this horse at 1-5 on the run-in, thinking Summersby was going to go past Masterminded. Masterminded found a little bit extra and got the job done, and that is the thing you've got to take into account.
Definitely. Ross, how is the SportingBet.com Queen with a Champion Chase betting been affected after Saturday?
Well, it has been shook up a bit, Chris, actually, in fairness. Masterminded was 15-8 pre-race, out to 9-4 now. Still did the job, though. That's the thing that Mick has quite rightly pointed out. We've got a champion, though, who hasn't had his crown taken off him yet. Big Zeb, 3-1 into 5-2. Maybe a few jumping problems for that one, but I mean, it's still the undefeated champion. And of course, the big market mover, Summersby, as Mick quite rightly pointed out, potentially going for the Ryanair Chase, but 20-1 into 15-2 now. And bear in mind, if you back any horse at the festival, especially in the SportingBet.com Champion Chase, you will get your money back if it's a non-runner. So that gives you the extra confidence and a bit of fair play, I think, from the firm there, that you can back one of these horses. So that's the big mover. Summersby 20 into 15-2, but still top of the market, Masterminded 9-4.
Definitely. And of course on Sunday attention moved to Ireland, at Leopardstown specifically, for the BHP Insurance Irish Champion Hurdle, and it was another resounding victory in Ireland for Hurricane Fly, wasn't it, Mick? He really is top of the table when it comes to Irish hurdlers, isn't he?
He certainly is, but the one thing is we haven't seen this horse at the Cheltenham Festival. That's the one thing you've got to take into account with this fella. We don't know how good he really is against the very best that we've got over here because we haven't seen him. He's done a lot of his winning in Ireland, but he's a very smart flat horse. He's a very good flat horse in France, travels with consummate ease in these races, jumps so fluently as well. Paul Townend, who gets a great tune out of him. Many people worried about who's going to ride him at the festival. It won't matter who rides him. Ruby Walsh has ridden him twice and won on him twice, so that shouldn't be a problem for anybody who chooses him. But I think this is one of the most competitive races of the festival. I think that there deserves to be co-favourites in this. Pedlar's Cross, the best young horse around. You've got Binocular, who's been there before. He's a winner at the Cheltenham Festival of the Champion Hurdle. Great run from him and a win from him in the rescheduled Christmas Hurdle at Kempton recently. A lot to like about him, but for me, I think there should be co-favourites.
Right. Ross, did Hurricane Fly's Champion Hurdle price change after Sunday?
Well, it's a horse that we want to keep on side of as a firm, Chris. 4-1 at the moment. Strong second favourite. Mick alluded to that there, so it should be co-favourites. Some people would even say co-favourites of 4 on a basis that Manor is still in there shooting around about 9-2. We've got Pedlar's Cross 5-1. Binocular still the favourite, the champion 11-4. It's a great race, wildly competitive, as Mick said. Again, we've got this non-runner money back option, which really can give you that bit more confidence. And of course, we maybe look for a horse to maybe break through something like Mill Chief, a horse I know Alan King thinks a lot of, 20-1 to 16-1, just lurking behind those big 4.
Sure. Okay, this is the first of 7 shows leading up to the festival, and every week we're looking at one of the races itself, the anti-post odds, and seeing what Mick, me and Russ fancy. And I thought today a good starting point would be, of course, the starting point of the festival, the Supreme Novices Hurdle. So Russ, you've got the bet in there. Take us through the Supreme.
Interested to get yours and Mick's views, especially on this, Chris. But Q Card, a horse that has really captured the hearts of many punters, is the 5-2 clear favourite with sportingbet.com at the moment. Zaidpour 7-1, and we've got Hidden Universe and Manila Class both 12-1. It's pretty much 20-1 bar those, Mick. I suppose the question to you is, will the favourite win? And if not, is there anything we can get to beat it?
Well, Q Card, unregarded by many last year, of course, and he won the champion bumper. The Irish thought it was their benefit race. This horse, he won at 40-1 and absolutely romped home. No fluke about that success. He's taken on the big boys, thinking about even possibly running him in the champion hurdle. That's how good this horse can be. I think he's a worthy favourite. I think he's the one they've all got to beat. And for me, I'm firmly in the Q Card camp.
So it's Q Card for Mick, and that's his best bet, the Supreme Novices Hurdle. We'll leave it there, guys. We're back next week looking back at the Festival Trials meeting, of course, which takes place on Saturday at Cheltenham. And again, we'll be looking ahead to one of the races at the festival as well. Hope you've enjoyed it. Join us again next week. Mick will be here, Ross will be here, and I'll be back as well. Do join us for that. See you then.